She's built her name as one of the sharpest voices in stand-up, tackling everything from race to relationships to queerness with the kind of honesty that makes audiences laugh and squirm at the same time. That word's funny.
So she like had a man shit, and it was just like a cool vibe. And I was like, oh wow, I'm not like hating this. And then we went back to our house and we made out, and then we had sex. And
on your first link up?
Yeah, that's how I get down. And
oh no, that's right. Yeah, what kind of person?
I'm three things, all right? Three minorities. I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm gay. So sometimes for me, it's like, who the is anyone to determine what thing I'm supposed to be out here fighting for at what given time and what given place that I have to adhere to what, when, or how, you know? Yeah. I almost died in an ugly bitch's house before and I shouldn't have been in her house. I was an ugly bitch and that was not okay. And I almost died in there. And that was probably gonna be one of the worst situations of my life because I didn't want to die in the ugly bitch's house, and then my friends know I was that ugly bitch, and then they won't care about me.
Hey, what's going on? It's Boss Britt, the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ eXeL,
and this is
the No Homo Show.
Where everything we talk about
is homo as Hold up, let's go, go, go. Hold up, let's go, go, go. Hold up.
Hey, what's going on? It's Boss Britt, the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ eXeL,
and this is
the No Homo Show.
Where everything we talk about
is homo as
gay, 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 gay. What's up, everybody? Like, subscribe, and comment. Turn your post notifications on. You already know what time it is. Gabies, the No Homo Show is here.
Okay, period. Shout out to everybody tuned into our podcast, and big shout out to everybody that's locked in through our Patreon. Y'all know y'all get our episodes a week early, ad-free, all that good stuff. But today, we got a super dope guest, and we got Britt, my backup dancer, in the building.
Period. Yeah, let's get into it. Y'all ain't gotta just deal with us today. Y'all should be happy, right? Right? All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So look, today's guest who's coming by to talk about a whole lot of gay shit is a powerhouse in comedy, bold, brilliant, and never afraid to push the limits of what people think a joke can do. She's built her name as one of the sharpest voices in stand-up, tackling everything from race to relationships to queerness with the kind of honesty that makes audiences laugh and squirm at the same time. That word's funny.
She like
whether it's through her HBO special, her writing on Saturday Night Live, or her unforgettable role in Netflix's You People, she's redefining what representation in comedy looks like on her own terms. Gabies, please welcome to the No Homo Show, Sam J.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Chillin'. That sound like my manager wrote that.
Yeah, actually, they say no.
Hey, maybe your manager need this one, cause you know what I mean? They ain't like that one.
Nah, you done so much. Like when I was like really breaking it down, I'm like, damn, I didn't realize you did all that. You know what I mean? So
right.
Salute to you.
Thank you.
Been working.
And I do want to say, we probably been DMing you for like 2 years, and you've been responding.
I'm about to say, I've been answering.
No, you've been responding, and from the first time you responded, I was like, oh shit, she responded. It's lit. So we appreciate you, and we know like timing is everything.
Timing and everything. Yeah. So I'm glad we could finally make this happen.
Thank
for
you.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun up here today.
It's weird, y'all so far. It's weird, but I'm gonna make it work.
I know, girl. Look, my whole goal this year is to work on a new studio setup. All right, we're struggling artists here.
Starving artists.
We're not on HBO. I know this is very low.
I'm not on that motherfucker either no more.
So. We appreciate you for just coming around us humble, you know.
Cut it out.
So before we get into the whole episode, we want to lighten up the mood. But the crazy thing is, you're the comedian. But we got a game called Skittles and Riddles,
okay.
All right? We're going to take lead on this, all right?
Please.
But we know you're going to get the answer right. But if you get it wrong, you do have to take a shot.
If you get it right, gotta take a shot.
That's Britt's
It's really
part.
just a game to get people drunk.
We're confused.
There's got to be rules to this. So
yeah, Britt.
If I get it right, no shot. If I get it wrong, shot.
Right.
All right.
That's right. You better put your foot down. All right.
Does a shot count as a sip of my already drink?
Right.
Sure.
Got it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So you can reach in that Skittles bag and pull out a riddle, all right? This is a gay riddle. You got to think gay, all right?
Dang.
Yeah, think gay.
Dang. I come once a year and straight people somehow still complain. What a gay pride parade.
This too damn easy. What number is that?
Not you over there killing it like I'm eating this shit up.
Yeah.
What number was it?
5.
Oh, 5.
The pride
Okay, my
hurdle
fault.
is 5.
You actually got it wrong.
It's Pride Month.
All right.
Take a
Take
shot.
your shot.
Yes!
Sure.
We win.
I
knew he was going to get her.
You got that old man laugh.
She thought she had that Pride yet. Nope. Pride Month.
Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to people who wrote us some riddles because we did beg our people because we're starving artists. We said, y'all, can y'all please help us with some riddles? And they've been sending us in some riddles. So thank
them.
you.
Thank them for that easy ass riddle.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, all right, Sam. So today we're just going to have, a real conversation. Okay. No filters, no scripts, no laughs. just laughs and honesty. So we're going to talk a little bit about your journey in comedy.
Sure.
How you navigate being real in an industry that loves to box people in.
Ooh.
And what it's like breaking barriers while still keeping your sense of humor. We're also going to get into the culture side, the representation, the chaos, the comedy side, like I said, that helps us all talk about you. And we're going to cover it all here today. It's going to be, very funny, maybe a little uncomfortable, but definitely gay as hell. Okay.
All right. I'm with it.
All right. So next we're going to get into your coming out story. So please let us know who, what, when, where, how was it for you coming up out that closet?
I don't know. I was never really in a closet to come out of one. I think I just kind of like figured out dick wasn't for me. It wasn't really like it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm struggling with this thing. How do I tell people? It was just more like, oh, I don't like that no more. Okay. What do I like? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, vaginas, cool. And then I just, cut my hair and I just showed up at like this family function. It was like my grandma's birthday or something.
Not her granny's birthday.
And I just brought the girl I was dating at the time and I just had a short haircut and everyone was like, all right.
It's a granny's birthday.
Yeah. I mean, I was always kind of like a bit of a black sheep of my family. So I think they were just like, Sam's doing some Sam shit. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, I was always kind of going against the grain and going against what everybody wanted me to do anyway.
Yeah.
So I feel like for my family, they were just kind of like, all right, this is what you're doing now? Fine.
So what age were you?
I was older, man. I was like 25, 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you was dating men before that?
Yeah, well, like I was dating women for like 2-3 years at that point.
Right.
But yeah, before that, I had a boyfriend for a long time. From like the time I was like 15 to the time I was like 20.
Damn.
20 or so, 21, I dated this guy I met in high school. And then once I got single from him, I was living in Atlanta. I came here to go to school. And I was like not having real connections with dudes. So like I was fucking dudes, but I was just like, I don't know.
Period.
Like this
That's
ain't
like
it. Like it's not working out. Like I don't know why I don't like this, like how my friends like this. You know, like I would talk to my homegirls like, ooh, I love it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't love it. Like I don't know why I'm not loving it. You know, and they're like, ooh, you feel it in your stomach. And I'm like, that's my least favorite part. Is that I don't like that at all. So I just was like, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? It was a real like, what's wrong with me? Because I'm not. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm one of them girls where like I have to be in love to like it, which like if you're out there thinking that about yourself, you're gay. So I was like, damn, maybe that's it. I just don't love none of these dudes. Maybe I just need to fall in love again and then I'll like it again.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't happening. And I was in the land of gay women and women were hitting on me. Oh, I was giving off super dyke.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just something I've been giving off my entire life. So
Really?
women have hit on me my whole life.
Yeah.
So like women are hitting on me and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I should try this because it keeps like coming to me and I'm not disgusted. Like I think I should be if I wouldn't like it. Like I'm not turned off by it. I'm not necessarily super turned on, but I'm not like, no, get that shit out of here. I'm kind of like, maybe, you know? And then I met this girl on Craigslist. That's how old I am.
Hold on.
Craigslist?
No.
Yeah, and like in the connections section of Craigslist.
I didn't even know that exists.
I'm definitely old enough to remember Craigslist. I never went on there for
all I
connections.
bought was cars
Yeah,
on there.
I didn't know how to I didn't know how to be gay. Like I didn't. You know, like when you straight, it's like it's a normal thing. So there's just a way to be straight. And it's just like you go here, you do this, you do that, you're straight, you meet people, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like I didn't really know how to break into gayness. You know what I mean? So most of it was like online, just like going in chats and stuff and kind of discovering what the world was from like a distance a little bit. And because I didn't really know where the gay clubs were, like where to go. I was in a straight world in Atlanta till that point. So it's like I didn't know where gay people were hanging out. I didn't know like where to go.
Yeah.
I had like my niggas, but we was all like cool, like, and they thought I liked dudes. So it was like, and they're not gay. So it was like I didn't know how to ask them, like, yo, where do I go if I want to try to eat pussy? So I was just fucking around on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And like on downlink and shit like that.
I was going to ask you.
That's her shit right there.
She had like she a baby. She ain't know about downlink.
You know about downlink?
Absolutely not.
They had a song too. Remember that song? The home team niggas had that song. She a downlink freak. A downlink freak.
I think I do.
What? A song is crazy.
Nah, but that's definitely that's the only dating website I ever was on.
Yeah.
But that was the
that
time.
was like a time. That was like a whole movement. And it was hella lesbians on that thing.
Yeah,
actually.
it was
really like a lesbian site.
But that was also the catfish era.
Oh, bro, the amount of shit that I got presented to me on that site almost made me straight. It was crazy.
That's before you realize, like, yo, if you only see pictures from the head up, their body might be like, you don't think about what
one girl I was talking to her, I'm like, oh, she cool. And then she like waited like a month and then revealed to me like she's in a wheelchair, like completely handicapped. And it was like, I'm not against handicap, but I'm against not knowing off the rip what the fuck that is. And like, let me make a decision about that off the top. And now it's like, I'm good. And she's like, you don't fuck with handicapped people. And it's like, bitch, nah, like, I don't fuck with none of what you got going on because this was a wild ride to take me down to bring me to this point. It was a lot of crazy shit on that site.
Yo,
but,
for real.
Yeah, nah, I met this girl.
Craigslist is crazy.
On Craigslist. And we went out. She like anime and shit. I'm a bit of a dork. So she like anime and shit, and it was just like a cool vibe. And I was like, oh wow, I'm not like hating this. And then we went back to our house and we made out, and then we had sex. And
on the first link up?
Yeah, that's how I get down. And,
oh no, that's right. Yeah, my kind of person.
And then, you know, we had sex and I went down on her and I was like, it just was like a light went off and I was like, oh,
it's
I'm
way different than
gay
sucking
as
dick.
hell. Like, oh, I'm gay. Okay. And then I was just gay.
Damn.
You went right into it. Like,
yeah.
Were you hesitant or anything? Like,
not
nervous?
really, because I didn't want her to know that I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just gotta act like all this is like
you know
what I be
doing.
doing. Even though it's not what I be doing.
But you know what? That's real
That's
because
crazy.
I think we push. Some people are born gay and some people just know they're gay. Some people look at girls from a child, whatever. But then some people might be going through the battle of like, just like what you said, that maybe you wasn't 100% sure.
And I don't know that I wasn't born gay. I just know it didn't seem like an option to me.
Word.
And like, now that I go back, I'm like, oh, I had so many crushes on so many girls growing up. Like, it was so many girls I liked that I was just like, this is my best friend. But like, low key, I was like in love with this girl and like going the extra mile because I was like, no, I really am like into this person. But there was this block in my brain that was like, that's not an option.
Yeah.
And not like a oppressive block. It was just not how I was raised and how I grew up. And it's just not what I saw in my world. So it was just like, this can't be a crush. This just is your homegirl. You just really fuck with her.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got older that I was like, oh no, that was a crush. That was a crush. That was a crush. That was a crush. You know what I mean?
And then you went 0 to 100 with cutting your hair.
Yeah. Then I just started going off. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Once I ate the pussy, I was like, bro, we outside with it.
He was like,
why,
in the bathroom.
why slow this train down now? I already did the worst thing.
No, dead ass. How did you do? Like, did she give you a review? Like, now I'm curious. Like, did you kill that shit the first time? Or like, did you bite it? Because you know, sometimes when you first eat coochie, you bite it.
I wasn't bold enough to be biting
I
nothing.
bit my first time.
Whoa.
They said eat coochie, so I'm thinking
ain't no fucking way,
coochie.
bro.
Nah. But so you had never got your coochie ate at that point?
I don't remember.
And then Brandy be mad that I put clips of this.
I think maybe a nigga did bite my coochie.
That's what I'm saying, because you had to learn this behavior just to think it was okay.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I had fucked with enough dudes that I got ate out that I knew what I liked. So I was like, I'm not going to go bite no pussy because I wouldn't want that.
I mean, you have a coochie. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have one.
You think biting feel
and I
good.
wouldn't hold my
nibble
shit
or
bit,
something,
so
you know what
I'm not
I'm
going to be
saying?
biting on people's shit, you know?
Thank you for all women.
That's hilarious.
Hold up, I know y'all are enjoying the episode right now, but we want to talk a little more about shopstarship.com.
Yes, y'all, listen, we always talking about Starship. And we going to keep talking about Starship. Why? Because you should go there like yesterday, okay? Whether you got a long-term relationship, whether you got a sneaky link, even if you just need personal needs.
Listen, I encourage y'all to go to the website because you're going to get the top of the top adult toys, all right? You need to add something new to that relationship, baby.
I'm telling you, sis.
Or, just surprise your girl real quick.
Okay.
So go to shopstarship.com right now.
You get 15% off with our code No Homo Show. 15% off No Homo Show.
Hope y'all have a good night.
Ow. And Sam, where are you from originally?
Boston.
Boston!
Yeah.
You know what? Oddly enough, and I don't want to say oddly enough, but I feel like a lot of people haven't been there, but I fuck with Boston.
It's cool city.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
and y'all got
most
weed
people
out
go,
there.
damn, you from Boston? But no, it's cool.
No, it's really random. It is random, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into just you as a comedian. When did you first realize you were funny? And not like just like class clown funny, but like something you can actually turn into a profession.
Oh, those are two different things. I guess, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know. That's kind of tough. I think I knew like I always wanted to try it. And then I tried it and it wasn't the greatest. And I was kind of like, I don't know about this. I kind of backed off from it and did a bunch of other things. And then I was getting older and I was kind of like, what the fuck are you going to do with your life? Like, are you just going to like work in a mailroom and like do this? And that didn't sound like it. So I was like, what do you love? Like, when are you happiest? I just started asking myself those type of questions. And I was like, man, I'm happiest when I'm like at a bar and I'm around a bunch of people who don't know me and I'm like making a bunch of strangers laugh and I've got everybody like bought in on whatever wild ride I want to take them on. And I was like, it's always kind of in the back of my head that I think I could be good at doing comedy. And so I just was like, give it a year, just kind of put your head down and do it for a year and just put like 110% into it because you've clearly wasted time with a lot of other shit. So what is it to give some time to this and see what happens? And if you're further along in the year than you were when you started, like just put your head down for another year.
That's a fact. That's simple progress right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah, it was real. Just like it wasn't like I want to be like the biggest comedian in the world or I want an hour special. It was just kind of like I just want to be better at it than I was when I started. And if I could see that, then there's something of value there, and I'll keep trying.
Facts.
And so I don't know if it was like this immediate, I know I can make money. It was just more like, I think I could get good at this. And money was like very secondary and still to a lot of degrees very secondary. I need it to survive, but I don't make decisions and stuff based on money.
Yeah.
I make decisions based on like, is this good for my career? Do I see growth here? Is this like something I really want to do? Does it add value to what I'm already doing? And then kind of like money. Like I usually ask about money last. First is like, do I even want to fucking be bothered with this?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's the money. Sometimes I just say yes and forget about the money. It's stupid. And then I'm like, how much is this supposed to be paying me? And my manager's like, this. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's how you know you got money when you. See, that's the person with money problems right there. Okay?
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like I usually like approach it like that. So I approached it kind of like that. And then I think maybe a year and a half into it, I was like, oh, like I could possibly survive off of this. And that was just always my thought. It wasn't really like get rich or like have some lucrative lifestyle. It was just like, I hope to make a special one day. That was like my main goal. It's just like, I just want to make an hour special and like put it out somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it was like, if I can make, and what I was making at that time was maybe like $45,000 a year. And I was like, if I can figure out how to make $45,000 a year just doing comedy, like then I'm golden.
Yeah.
I'll be able to pay my
That's
bills. I'll just be able to do the thing I like to do. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that was really the goal,
So I heard you say like one of your first times like you got booed.
Yeah.
And how the hell did you keep going after that? Because if that's my first time, I'd be like, bro, like I suck.
I mean, I'm actually glad it happened first because it was like it got out the way and it didn't kill me. And I was like, all right, so this is what this feels like. It's not the end of the fucking world. I'll just write some jokes and get up tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, all right, well, I know that sting. So now I'm not afraid of it. I feel like if it would have never happened, I would have maybe built it up more in my head as something that's like crazy and it might have hung over me in a different way. But because it happened kind of immediately it was just kind of like, oh, okay, I can survive that. I'll be fine.
Facts. And what do you think took you from like saying like, yo, if I make 45,000 a year, you know, what took you to that next like stardom level?
Just work. It wasn't really like, it was just
being talented type.
Just following the work. You know what I mean? And just like being open to whatever opportunities were coming my way and just focusing on the thing that I knew I could control, which was my work ethic and stand up. So, you know, just getting up as much as I possibly could, showing up for opportunities and doing my best. It's like really cheesy, hokey shit that like your parents tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, I just stayed focused on that and just like getting better. I just really, really wanted to get good. And I wanted more than I wanted anything. I wanted my peers to go, she's good. Like I wanted it when you talk to other people about me and other stand-ups about me, that they would be like, nah, Sam is nice at this shit.
Yeah.
And just focusing on that and like building that, like a lot of times comedians got me gigs and like they would, you know, be working and recommend me for stuff, or, you know, your name starts coming up in rooms because you're working consistently and you're performing at a high level, and kind of as long as I feel you're doing that, then the other stuff kind of aligns itself, you know?
Yeah, that's
so it was never like a chase of like, I gotta get this particular thing. It was more like, where do the niggas that are nice go? I wanna go to those places and show that I'm nice too. So if that's Just for Laughs, Montreal, and that's where Hannibal Buress got new faces, and you know, Little Ro Harry got new faces, and Michael Che got new faces, and these are all comics, you know, that Michelle Wolf, and these are all comics that I respect, and I look at their careers and I'm like, this is the type of career I would like, then I need to go to this place. I need to try to get new faces, and I need to show that like I'm one of the best comedians in this room. It was like stuff like that.
Is it hard to get like, cause that sounds, you know, that sounds pretty easy, but is it hard to allow them to, is it hard for them to allow you to get on stage?
Sounds pretty easy.
No, it sounds easy. Like, oh, I know the poppin' comedy spots, but is it hard to get on those stages?
Yeah, for sure. Like New Faces, Just for Laughs, period, is the biggest comedy festival in the world.
Yeah.
And then New Faces is a very select group of people that they pick to do this particular showcase, where they're basically like, these are the new up and coming comics, and like everybody in the industry comes, and it's kind of like this one moment where every network person is looking at you, every agent is looking at you, everybody's watching in this like one moment for this 7 minute to 8 minute set that you have or whatever. And you have to go through a process to get, it's like you go through auditions and shit. They go to like city to city, well, the major cities that are known for comedy. And you gotta go through that process to get selected to go to New Faces.
Oh shit! So it's not like you just pulling up. Like I need to pull up on this comedy.
I
need that.
Yeah.
Nah. But like, I was saying that to say those are the type of goals I would set. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do New Faces. I want to. It started off real simple shit, like do 5 mics a week. You know, just make sure you get your ass up, even though you tired from work, and go and do 5 mics a week. You know
how long would those sets be? Short, right?
3 minutes, yeah.
Damn, and then to an hour special.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's lit.
You build it like minute at a time. You know, well, back then you built it like a minute at a time. Not for like an old person. There's a million different ways to do it now. But back then it was like 3 minutes turned to 5, 5 turned to 7, 7 turned to 10, 10 turns to 15, 15s turned to like 20s, 20s turned to 30s. And then once you hit about 30, 35, you good for 45. You can figure it out. And then you're kind of moving into your like hour space.
I always say, I think comedy, like being a comedian it gotta be one of the hardest jobs and one of the most awkward. Like, and as a DJ, you know, if I'm DJing and maybe I'm not doing that great, you could tell, but it's still not the light shining dead on me.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're not going to receive the immediate feedback too. It's like, if I'm doing bad on stage and then they look at me and they're looking at me and they're like, you ain't doing good. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I feel this in real time. And it's like, if you're a DJ, it's not, people are just not as hype as they should be or not.
Yeah.
But they're not like looking at you like, what the fuck's your problem?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's the hardest job. I don't know. Like, salute to y'all, because
eventually it's just like, with anything, I think if you're gonna do it for a long time, and once I committed myself to being a stand-up comedian for life, and I was like, this is what I want to do in my life, it was kind of like, bro, I can't hit every ball out the park.
Yeah, fact.
That's just fucking impossible.
Fact.
Sometimes it's not gonna work. Sometimes they're not gonna like it.
You just want, like, sometimes you gotta get your time slot done and walk
Sometimes
off that
it's
stage
that.
and
Got
say
that
it's
done.
Sometimes it's that. You just want the
Glad I
percentages.
got through that.
Yeah, you want the percentages in your favor. You want it to be more times that it was good than it was bad. But this expectation that it can never be bad, it's like, it's sometimes it's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's real.
So where are you, I know you've probably been asked this question before, but where are you today when it comes to like cancel culture? Because I feel like nowadays comedians don't go as hard as they used to. Like back in the day, like I used to love Bernie Mac, but Bernie Mac would say some off the wall shit that I feel like if he tried to say it today, it wouldn't be received the same way. So how does that make you feel as far as your material?
I mean, I am like a comedy loyalist, you know, like
Okay.
my loyalty is to the art form that I love and like preserving it. And so for me, it's like, I don't adhere to that. Like I say what I want to say.
Yeah.
And I say what I believe in at the time. And I also leave myself room to change my mind. You know what I mean? It's like, comedy is live performance art. So it's like, this shit I stood on 8 years ago, I don't think that way now. It's 8 years later. I'm not even the same fucking person. I've had more life experience. I have different perspective. And I think a part of comedy is like, it's organic and it's always growing and changing as the comic is growing and changing. And so I leave myself space for that. But on top of that, it's just like, you can never be dictated by the mob. Like, you can't let the mob control you because once they have that power, you're at the whim of them. You know what I mean? And like, I never want my art form to be controlled by an audience. You know, I want an audience to come fuck with my art form because they fuck with what I create, not because I'm placating them in some way. Like, it should challenge. It should make people uncomfortable sometimes. People should disagree with me. Like, we're not the same people. So I may have a perspective you don't fuck with. That's okay.
Yeah. That's what I learned from this show.
I was about to say, that's us up here.
Yeah, it's like what I learned is something can seem so right to us, but totally wrong to somebody else.
They would be so wrong. Like,
swear.
I mean, my first special, I got fried for a trans joke, and literally,
what was the joke?
To this day, if you Google me, there's sometimes it comes up like Sam J is transphobic, and it's like when I was doing the joke and writing the joke and like considering the people I was talking about, I'm like, damn, I'm doing the most well-balanced trans joke you'll ever hear in your fucking life. And then I put it out and they were like, get that the fuck out of here. And I was like, what happened? I was giving so much care to this thing and I thought everyone was gonna fucking love it, you know? Like,
well, even Dave Chappelle, you know, one of his whole stand-ups was all about like the trans. And even with our show, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like that is one of still the most sensitive topics.
Yes.
Is that something you stay away from? Because I'm not gonna lie, it still seems like it's what I learned about the trans community, even just like with everybody else, is like everybody got their own story and it's different.
Yes.
You know, some might be like, hey, don't talk about us like this, but it's not just
it's not a universal voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I discovered that in doing that joke, and there was people who were like, get that the fuck out of here. And I think the loudest voices and the most organized voices, you know, the Glads and the Glistens and the people that came down and wanted to educate me were kind of like, yeah, that's wrong. But I also think, not for nothing, they're the most white-centric voices and the most, you know what I mean, of the power structure. But there were also a lot of people who DM me and would come up to me at shows and be like, I didn't see a fucking problem. And I completely understood what you were trying to say and what you were trying to do with the joke. And so for me, it's like when I hear stuff, anything you do, you should expect to get things from both sides.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And if you got them talking, I feel like you did good.
But it's like, I'm not going to let any side dictate how I'm going to create.
Yeah, I love that. So as one of the more visible queer Black comedy voices, do you feel pressure to represent for the community?
No, I think that's
like, fuck y'all bitches.
Fuck all you gay hoes.
But I don't feel pressure. This is also the thing. It's like I'm three things, all right? Three minorities. I'm Black, I'm a woman, I'm gay. So sometimes for me, it's like, who the fuck is anyone to determine what thing I'm supposed to be out here fighting for at what
I hear that.
what given time
Yeah.
and what given place that I have to adhere to what, when, or how, you know?
Yeah.
So I've had experiences where gay people are like, you know, she's not a good gay representative. She's straight
That's
leaning.
crazy. What?
Or she's
Straight
this
leaning?
or she's that. And it's like, but I don't owe that to y'all. Maybe the first half of my story is about growing up Black and poor. And maybe that's the most important part of the journey for me. And maybe being gay, as much it is a part of who I am, is not the center of my personal journey or the thing I want to present or talk about first. Maybe it is the most important thing to you, unless you should find your way to express that or do that. But you don't have any right to determine for me which part of myself should take precedent, if any part of myself should take precedent. And so I just don't, and I don't feel a need to do it in any way. I feel a need to fully represent myself, and myself happens to encompass all of these things.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because like how I was just saying, people view things differently. How I view it is like, I'm so happy that all your comedy and like all your accolades ain't all related to gay.
Yeah.
You know, like you made yourself just a dope comedian.
Right.
People aren't hiring you because this is the gay girl. This is Saturday Night Live. Like we need a gay girl or something. Like that's what I thought. That was great.
And I thought that was too. But again, like you get it from both sides. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So for me,
crazy.
that was my approach, was like, I don't want to approach it that way because I don't want to be the gay comedian. I want to be one of the dopest comedians to do comedy. And I feel like that's another way to break through barriers. That's another way to represent yourself.
Yeah.
And that's another way to also represent what you are. So I think by the nature of being who I am, which is clearly gay and clearly out and unafraid to talk about my same-sex relationships or unafraid to talk about same-sex sex or anything like that in my comedy, that I am already like being gay.
Yeah,
I don't know how much gayer a nigga gotta be. You
Bro,
know?
just showing up is
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also every gay experience isn't the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I came out, I'm 20-something, 24, like I said, you know?
Yeah.
I have a lot of established friends from when I'm straight. They're still my fucking friends. They didn't like reject me. They did not hang out with me. I was kind of always this way, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of my niggas are just like, I don't know, you just still feel like Sam. We just know what's up with you now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I hang out with a lot of straight Black men because that's who I've always kind of gravitated towards and hung around. So it's like, I'm not the gayest nigga in that type of aspect of like, I don't know gay. She tells me all the gay shit, bro. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know where these niggas be at. I don't know what's going on.
still don't know. Look,
I still don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like me being this in a sea of straight men and representing what I am and talking to them sometimes when they say off the wall shit because they're unaware and being like, bro, that's fucking stupid.
Man.
That's not what this is. I think it's a different way to do that work, you know? And I think a lot of people assume when you're in like straight environments, you have to hide who you are or you have to shrink yourself. And it's like, I mean, maybe that's what you had to do, but that's not what I have to do. So it's like, don't project that shit on me, you know?
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy because I was just talking to somebody, this is kind of off subject, but like because I went to Pride Night at the NBA and I love that they acknowledge us, but I was asking somebody like, what do you think about Pride Night like in sports? Like, is it necessary or whatever? And she was like, sometimes I just want to show up just as me and not necessarily like that's the gay girl or this is a gay night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes like and the thing is we are like the gays. We got the show, we throw the gayest events and all this stuff. But some people don't live a life that their sexuality is in the forefront or that's like they're living a regular ass life and they just happen to be gay. You know what I mean? So sometimes the community does put that pressure on like, if you're a stud or a masculine woman, like this needs to be your content. And I think that is crazy. And I do think like we have other parts of our lives, our story that's not gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or that just is you and whatever you looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, well, however that makeup is. I can't wait till everybody just none of this shit exists. None of these labels exist. And
Yeah.
people
Man,
just walk up and
fucking
say their
labels.
name.
Right.
And just say
Hello?
that's it. And you just like, nice
Yeah.
to meet you. And then whoever they with, they like, this the person I'm with. And it's like, nice to meet you too.
That's
and
it,
we
right?
just don't
Like-
gotta do all this like this binary thing or this
Yeah.
binary thing. Cause even when you saying you non-binary, you're binarily non-binary. So it's like
It just got too deep. The other
It
day,
got so
somebody
deep.
they was commenting on our post like, "Y'all are bad representations of studs," and I was like, "What does that even
bro,
mean?"
I got told that I'm a bad representation of everything I am. I'm a bad representation of studs. I'm a bad representation of gay. I'm a bad representation
Yeah.
for women.
I
I'm a
was
bad
like,
representation for black people.
what does that even mean?
I've been bad in every way. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like,
And it's usually
It is
people
what it
that
is.
ain't no representation at all.
if
At
a
all.
nigga that don't even got a picture on their fucking
Literally.
profile, so they're not even a representation of themselves.
Literally.
So it's like, bro,
Literally.
what are you talking about?
Are you like the comedian that like talks about like people in the crowd?
Nah, not really. Not really.
I was like going to people's profiles like, man, you about to. But I think I'll be that type of comedian. If all else fails, like
Yeah.
during my stand up, I'm talking about somebody in the crowd.
Nah, I work too hard. I work too hard to write these jokes.
Come
Yeah.
on, tell me you're a writer. Yeah.
Nah, because I
So
did
you going
hear you
around.
say like you're which I think that's the best comedians that
Yeah.
all their jokes come to a
Full circle. I love when they do that.
Yeah. That's the job, I think. You know, it's
Yeah.
an art form, and there's a little bit of a sleight of hand, and we're supposed to misdirect and make you think it's going this
I
way, and
do
then
love
bring
that.
it this way, and you know, that's the fun of it.
I
for
seen
me.
Marlon Wayans and he
He did
did
that shit
he
too,
did
yeah.
great
Yeah.
at that, and that was like one of the first people that I was like, oh,
Yeah, he
like you
killed
said,
it.
like you about to cry because he say some deep shit, and
Yeah.
then he make you be like dying laughing. Like I
yeah.
love that. It's like an emotional journey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what makes
But
it dope.
funny.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's what's up. All right, so let's get into your film bag. Okay, let's talk about You People on Netflix. So, what was that experience like for you? Just being on that set. You had Jonah Hill, Lauren London, Eddie Murphy. Like, just talk about that. And then, in general, did you have any expectations from having that role as far as where your career would go versus what happened afterwards?
Nah, I don't. It's I don't know. I feel like I always sound like very like Zen Buddhist hokey, but I don't go into shit like with expectations really of like, because you just don't know what anything's gonna do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The things I've had people love are the things I'm like, this is the stupidest thing that I'm
That's
ever gonna
weird. That's how it be.
do. And they like, I love that. And it's like these things that I like toil over, and I'm like,
yeah.
this is genius. People are like, it just
Yeah.
they
I
don't
think
give a
that's
fuck
just how-
about it.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't have expectations for nothing but like growth
Yeah.
and learning and shit. Like, you know, I keep it real dorky. I went to Montessori schools as a young person. I keep it real Montessori on this side. So it's like, what am I gonna like? Can I grow from this? Can I learn from this? You know, that's how I look at stuff. So, you know, when I got You People, like I've been very lucky randomly in this business that like the work I've done before me has allowed me other opportunities. So I didn't really like audition. I didn't audition. I just got a call,
Period.
you know, and the director who's directing it, Kenya Barris, just called me and he was like, I got this movie and we wrote this character and it's supposed to be a dude, but it's you. Like, I hear you. I read it and it's you. Like, you want to do it. And I was like, all right. You know, like, I'm like thinking like, oh, it's a Netflix movie. I've never done a movie, you know? Like, so
That's
this is something that I could, I was like, I never done a movie before, basically. So I was like, this is an opportunity to learn how to do some shit I don't know how
That's
to do.
a good first movie.
And
what
Wait,
the
Eddie
hell?
Murphy,
I have no idea what the
Jonah
movie is
Hill?
yet. He just like, do you want to do this movie?
So he didn't say the cast or anything.
No.
He just, okay.
And I'm just like, yeah, man. And I tell him straight up, I'm like, bro, if I got to audition for this movie, I just want to warn you because I know you're the director and like you're gonna go to them and be like, she's the one. I'm like, I suck at auditioning. Like, I'm fucking terrible at auditions. I get all of my, it's just awkward for me. It just is a very unnatural exchange. And I don't know how to wrap my head around how to force the naturalness. Because
Method
just people,
acting,
it's
cry
just
on
weird.
spot.
It's just so weird. So I was like, bro, I suck at auditions. Like, it's really not my fucking thing. So I'm like, but I'll do it. But like, I just don't want to embarrass you. So if it goes wrong, like I'm like, don't fight for me. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
damn.
If it don't go right, like it ain't they fault.
Right.
Like that shit's not good.
Damn.
And he was like, nah, bro, I'm not asking you to audition, man. I'm asking you want to do this thing.
I was like, whew.
And
No,
I was
for
like,
real.
cool, yeah, I'll do it. You know what I mean? For sure.
dope.
And he's like, all right, cool. So it's gonna be you, Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This just sounds fucking crazy. And we hang up. I go into the Comedy Cellar because I had some sets that night.
You
I'm
a
like,
freak,
all right.
huh?
I'm like, all right. And I hit my manager and I was like, hey, they're saying this movie's thing's gonna happen. Just putting it on your radar if it comes your way, but I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever. Keep doing stand-up,
Yeah.
minding my business. And like 2 weeks, I get a call from my manager. She's like, oh, so this movie thing is like real. And like, here's the deal. Here's the money. Here's how much we're going to fight for.
Yeah.
And basically like, she's like, you're one of the principal cast. And like, also I don't know what my role, I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
that's crazy.
So I'm just like, I don't really know what my role is. Something I'm about to slide through this movie. Because a lot of times people just want me to show up real quick and be gay, you know, and be
Yeah.
Sam.
Fair.
So I'm like, word, I'm going to slide through and be like, what the fuck? You know, who's sucking a dick? And then I'm going to just skip on out this bitch. And then she's like, we got the script. Like, my mom, she's like, yeah, you're like principal cast. And most of the scenes are just like you and Jonah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, damn, this is like a real thing. So
Yeah.
then like the nervousness of like, oh, what the fuck is this going to look like? Because I've never done this before. Set in and stuff. And then I got to set and, well, I met Jonah the day before and we were like playing around and running lines. And I was like, this nigga hates me. And I was just nervous. And I was like, they think I'm going to ruin this fucking movie. And,
Damn.
and every day I was just going in and set, like, I hope I'm not ruining this fucking movie. Because everybody here like really knows what they're doing. It's like Nia Long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they had a nice ass
It's
cast.
everybody who's
Bruh.
like done mad movies. And they know, everybody knows like, this bitch ain't never done a movie, you know?
It sounded like you was in your head, like people not even
I
saying
sounds
nothing.
like,
Probably.
damn. I'm like, this shit is going to shit. But I was just showing up every day, just trying to learn as much as I could, pay attention as much as I could, ask as many questions as I could, you know, and just be better every day than I was the day before, and just try to stay super aware on set and tapped in.
Yeah.
And got what I got out of it, and people said I did pretty good for the most
Yeah.
part,
You did good,
you know. And I was just like, okay, you know, on to the next thing. Yeah.
Damn, he's like on to the next. So, did you see? Did your career change? Like, did you get any more opportunities after that? I know you weren't expecting anything, but did you feel like?
I think that's such a hard question, you know, because I think everything adds something, and you don't always know what the fuck it's adding. You know what I mean? Sometimes things like this bring you up in a room, and you don't even realize that room brought you up, and then you get this opportunity. You don't even know this opportunity came from that thing that
so
thing.
true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just you get so much better at something, or you get so much stronger in something. You know, I could say every time I perform in front or behind the camera, I'm doing something, I become a stronger performer, period. You know, I look at myself as a stand-up right now, and I see the hour that I put together right now and the way that I am on stage. And I'm like, every single thing in my career has added to that. All the stage time doing stand-up has added to that. But Saturday Night Live and that experience has added to that. And doing a movie and sitting across from Jonah Hill and holding my own, throwing jokes with him has added to that. And making my own show at Pause has added to that. And making a show with my best friends, Bust Down, has added to that. And announcing the Emmys has added to that. So like everything
Pop your shit,
you do
Sam.
adds to the thing you do. You know what I
Yeah.
No,
like seriously, it's
you
like
know-
a little or big. You just don't always know the alchemy that's happening behind the scenes.
No, that's really
Nah, that's
motivating
dope.
because it's true that like you can be in front of somebody that you don't know you're in front of, and maybe a year later opportunity comes and they think of you, but you didn't even realize that. And that's why we should do our best everywhere we're at, no matter the circumstances.
As corny as it sounds, man,
Yeah.
it's really true.
It's
like
facts.
you just don't know. There's jobs that I've got from Pause, just people being like, because you know I produced that, I created that with Princess Penny, and like we really put that show together, and it was really nothing on TV like it when it came out. And there's jobs I've gotten off of that because people were just like, yo, that show was so innovative. Like we just loved how y'all made that. So like we want to work with you on this thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, okay. Like, and then sometimes I'm in a room and it's like, Michael Chase say, you the funniest nigga ever. We should meet you. So we want to meet you that way. Or someone's like, that sketch you did on SNL, like, we always love that sketch and always wanted to talk to you. Like, it's just like you just
That's
don't
crazy,
know
Yeah.
where the conversations and the opportunities are gonna come from. So you just gotta show up to everything you're doing and just put yourself into it. And if you can't put yourself into it, you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Nah, facts.
that's
And
dope.
did you take like acting classes or anything?
No. Mm-mm.
You just was showing up.
Yeah, I don't know if
That's
that's the best
inspiring.
way either. You know what I mean? I don't, sometimes I get wary of this type of stuff because I don't want someone who needs acting classes to be like, Sam ain't taking no fucking acting classes.
Right.
You don't need no fucking but I don't know. And not to say that I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's been some role opportunities. I'm like, maybe I should take a class for this because this seems out of my scope a little bit. And also the more I'm getting in front of the camera, the more I'm like, I want to know how nice I am. And I won't really know how nice I am unless I challenge myself in a class where it's going to push me. And I might have another gear in here that I don't know I have. Because sure, I could show up and be some version of myself and then finesse that version to make it larger or smaller or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But until I'm really like across from a coach who like, I want to be able to cry on demand. I can't do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Until someone like taps me in and then maybe I'm iller than I even know I am. So, you know, I will say not up until this point, but I won't say like, nah, that's something I wouldn't do. It just hasn't happened yet.
And would you do serious, like a serious,
Yeah, for sure.
because some of the comedians be like the
Oh,
best
y'all are
dramatic.
great at drama. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
what?
I would definitely do that.
Because I do
Yeah.
think like, even with
Comedians
you,
are great at drama.
although you're a comedian, you seem very serious.
Everyone says that. I knew that was gonna
I was like,
come up.
she seems so damn serious.
I knew that was gonna come up.
She
I know it was
seems
gonna
so
come up.
damn serious. I mean, I don't think a comedian should be like giggly all the damn time. But I'm
I do think we expect comedians to always just be cracking jokes. I
Everyone
don't
says
know.
that. Everybody's like, yo, this motherfucker is, even comedians, like,
Yeah.
even within comedy, I'm known to be like serious. It's just my personality. I don't know what that is, but I can't control it. And what's crazy is,
You just look like
Yo, she,
not impressed by too much anything.
I
You
don't
like,
know. It's because I'm a Capricorn. I really
Oh, you're
don't like to be
Capricorn,
like
okay.
a signs person.
we got Capricorns.
But I'm a Capricorn, like, and I'm real true to my sign. So we be really unimpressed and unenthused.
Yes.
y'all
That's so
are.
true.
You know
I
what?
would just
That
be like,
explains a lot.
it's-
that explains a lot. I swear, I'll be like, is she
Yeah,
happy or is she everything okay?
Yeah.
I can't read her
What-
right now.
what is
Man,
your-
I'm
Hope
hard as
everything's
fuck
good.
to read. Everybody,
Yeah, very hard to read.
Everybody's told me that but what's crazy for us, like with Capricorns, I be thinking
Yeah.
I'm giving it all up.
Nah.
I swear to God, I be like,
He
yo,
like
what?
this.
I came in this show mad love, you know, like it was cool as hell. Like that's in my head.
Oh, we-
I walked in today, I was like, what up, y'all?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, like
Now you walk in
Yeah,
like, what's
like-
up? You walk in like, what's up? Hey,
energy
hey,
is-
I'm Sam.
what's in my brain is so different, and I'm like,
That's hilarious,
oh
bro.
my bad. I thought I was spreading love out here, bro.
Yo, that's
That's
funny.
fucking
But
hilarious.
when's your birthday?
January 13th.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
January
I'm in the
Capricorn.
thick of it.
Okay,
Yeah, no, just saying your sign does because my wife and her fiance both Capricorns and they're just
Yeah.
so chill.
Yeah.
but,
chill.
but good people and like honest
And funny, like on a like
Definitely funny.
funny
Yeah.
and like, but I don't know. It's like I've given up trying. I'm like, yo, ain't
It's
nothing I
hard,
could
bro.
do about it. Yeah, like I can't.
But
I
sometimes
can't do
that's
shit
good to
about
know.
it.
It's funny as
You don't
hell.
be knowing somebody fuck with you
No,
until like
dead ass. This the most I've seen her smile since we've been around her. Like every time I'm around her, this motherfucker just serious. I'm like,
She like,
hey, are we musty? Like, are we good? Like,
you don't know somebody
do we
might
got
be
her in the
talking
hood or
shit
something?
about us
Like,
or
you know what I'm
something.
saying? Like, right?
Somebody might
be
have been saying some bad shit.
I got one more question about you people. So what do you say to people who complain about us being like the token black friend or the token gay best friend in Hollywood, especially since that's kind of like the role you played in that movie?
I say to the people complaining about that I was about to say some really asshole shit.
Please do.
Like, I'm about to say, like, I don't know, start acting and get offered some shit or
dead
make
ass.
some shit.
Then you do it.
Yeah, a little bit it feels that way because it's like, I don't know. You can't mitigate everything through that lens. You know what I mean? And so sometimes, yes, have I seen things come across my desk and I've been like, I'm not doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's just some like, I'm not showing up just to be whatever. But when I see things that feel genuine and when I read the relationship and like what I read on the paper, I was like, these two people seem like friends for real. They
It
seem like
did.
actual people who hang
Yeah.
out with each other and not like just there to service that energy. And like I told you, it was written for a guy.
Right.
It was not even written with that lens on it.
Exactly.
It was just like, we think you and Jonah's energy could rock, you know what I'm saying? So we want to see if it actually works type shit. So I think I have my discernment. You know, I go into things with my discernment, and I have my things that I don't like. And if I feel like I'm being put in that space, then I don't do it. And that's my right and my liberty and my freedom with my career. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are outsiders looking in. I think sometimes they think all these things are playing bigger factors than they actually are, because they're playing such big factors in the world that they created, when it's like, a lot of times that's not even how shit be happening, you know?
Yeah.
Like with Pause, it was mad times where they're like, oh, they made her do this and they didn't make me do shit. I wrote that shit.
Right, that's hilarious.
I wanted to do everything.
Bitches.
I
That's
wanted to do
hilarious.
everything that happened in that show.
Yeah.
They literally, HBO took their hands off that show and said like, wow, neither one of us are black or gay, and we have no reference really for this shit.
I love to hear that.
So like, if this what you think it is, if this what the shit you want to say, by all means, say it and do it. You know what I'm saying? And so it, like, a lot of times it's not like it's so easy to believe in that stuff when you don't have access. You know what I mean? But a lot of times it's not some like weird puppet master that's like, give them watermelons. Like, that's not what's going on.
Well, can I be the ignorant one in this? All right, to everybody that says that, you don't got to, I'll do it for you. All right? But then y'all bitches complain when Keke Palmer's a stud. And
All
then,
right, now, but that was too far.
But that's the thing. So
Let's
now,
be real.
Or
It's like eXeL then had this on her chest. She like, nah.
Or y'all would be mad if they put Sam J as a bad bitch. Then y'all got some shit to say.
Yeah, they would.
I don't want to see that neither.
They would
I didn't want to see
But
Keke
you know what I'm
as good. I
saying?
want to see you as a
Sure.
It
film.
ain't no pleasing people, because
no,
if
that's
you
true. It ain't no
if you
pleasing
put
people.
a stud in a stud role, now they like taking advantage
That's
of
the
her.
only stud y'all could get?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, not every stud act like that.
Yeah.
Right. That's so true. We ain't never satisfied. I'm including myself because I do
a
be
lot
hating
of
that
people
too.
want to do shit, and it's like, then just go do it, my nigga.
Yeah.
You're afraid to do the shit. You're scared to put yourself out there. You're scared to try, and it may not be like you want to act, but there's something in your life you want to do, and you not motherfucking doing it. So what you are doing instead of that is watching the TV, yelling about the shit I'm doing, or yelling about the shit Quinta Brunson's doing, or yelling about the shit the next nigga's doing. It's like,
No Homo
at the
Show.
end of the day, I always have respect, even if I don't like a nigga's shit.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to make shit, bro.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to get to a place where you are on TV, where you do have a show. I know how much you have to do that shit. So I'm never hating on what a nigga's making.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it. That's why there's so many channels, there's so many shows, there's so much shit. If that thing ain't for me, I go find the things that are. But no one has a responsibility to make the product I want. It's such a wildly American, self-centered, nut-ass attitude
That's
to
what I'm
turn
talking
on
about.
a television and go, why isn't this specifically for me and working specifically for me? It's like, nigga, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's a fact.
So we be projecting, because I'm not gonna lie. I love the way you just broke that down, because I do feel like you and Jonah, like, that felt natural.
It
that didn't
did.
feel forced. Some shit do feel forced. I
Absolutely.
do feel like Keke being the stud felt a little forced. And when I meet you, Keke, I'm gonna tell you the same thing.
There's
love
things that I like,
But I was like-
and there's
I'm
things
like,
that I don't
girl,
like.
I
When
know.
I saw
Yeah.
that movie, was I like, this wild.
Yeah, nah, the shit was wild, though.
But also, I was like, she a pimp stud. There's a layer on this I don't know
was
nothing
very
about. I don't know.
unhinged,
I've never been a pimp stud. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Snoop from the
know.
Wire definitely should have got
Snoop
that
should have
role.
got that role. You know what I'm saying? Snoop from the
I don't
Wire
know
would've
nothing about
killed that
pimping and
shit.
studding. You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Pimping and studding is
that ain't what I be
crazy.
doing.
I know a little bit.
It worked for somebody. Somebody watched that shit and had more respect for studs. Real shit. Like, that's how I look at shit. Like, some straight nigga watch that shit like, damn.
Studs get
I
hard
didn't even
out
know
here.
what they be going through like that. That's crazy. And was nicer to some studs that day. So did it do what it's supposed to do?
Yeah.
I guess. You know?
I love Keke, but man.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most cringe ones. Well, while we on Netflix, something else that has people in an uproar right now is that they just recently canceled the Ultimatum Queer Love after 2 seasons. What are your thoughts on that as far as queer representation, as far as TV series, film?
She like, I don't know about no gay shit. She ain't put me
No,
on.
I mean, it's hard. It's such a hard answer.
I like the straight version.
I don't want to give this like corporate ass answer because niggas like, that's because you be making the money now. But it's like, bro, all this shit costs money.
But they did say, the one thing is they said that it made a lot of money.
All this shit costs money. So they look at ratings.
Yeah.
They really look at how many people are watching, how much it costs versus how many people are watching. Like, Pause got canceled after 2 seasons. People ask me all the time, are you mad that happened? I'm like, nah, like, I knew I made a super nuanced thing for a super nuanced audience. I'm sure most of America was not watching this show. I know how much it costs to make the show. I know how much they paid me to be on the show.
How much they pay you?
I know.
Go ahead.
Nah, we don't do that. I know how much it takes to put a production on. I know HBO just got sold to Discovery.
Oh, okay.
I know Discovery does a lot of reality.
Yeah.
So they looking for, they coming in here like, what costs too much and what ain't giving us that bread back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, for 2 seasons,
it's not bad.
I got to make something I really liked, and I got to fuck with my friends, and I got to like put a calling card out there. That show exists in the world, and you know that I made it, and I made money off of it. It doesn't owe me anything more than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't owe, this is an entertainment business, and from the minute you get in it, you know it's risky.
Yeah.
It owes me nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and we can't just be like, because we need gay representation. Like, it do gotta make sense on the back end.
It has to make money. It has to make sense. And it's like, if this is a show like a value that we really see as a value, the world is like YouTube. There's all this shit. Like, take it and make it and prove its value. You know, it sucks to say because I do believe in artist development and artist creation, and I would like to see more of that. But the system that's there now, it's like, nah, what are the numbers and what are you making me? So I just being a person that's worked with Netflix, I'm not gonna say there's no racism going on over there. I'm not gonna say there's none of that happening, but it's a reflection of society. You know what I'm saying? So sure, the Queer Ultimatum probably made a lot of money if we're talking about money like we make.
Because people were saying that it got the views as like compared to the straight version, and it got the revenue. So I think that was the biggest thing, is like, yeah, it's easy to say, hey, it wasn't doing the views that the straight one was doing. So if it is, from what they said,
if it is, then Netflix just bad and hates gay people.
Oh,
but I find that hard to believe because they have so much other gay programming. And like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's it. So it's like, what was going on? I don't know. But there is a multitude of factors that can cause something like that to happen. You know what I mean? And when you do a clip of this, you better do a full clip.
We're starting right.
That doesn't just
we're starting with that last
Netflix
sentence.
hates gay people.
We're starting with
one
that.
One thing I don't play with, I don't set people up. If now,
unless it's me.
Brent, you
see my clip sale? All my shit be wild. I'm like, we ain't talking about nothing else on the damn show. It's an hour. Nothing else to clip up there.
No.
But I think that is the one thing with like entertainment business is like, you have to remember that it is business. Cause like even for us, like we love doing this and we would do it every day. But sometimes it's like, damn, we putting in more than we getting out. And that's how people have to remember with everything in the world that is the scope
business,
that is
and no one like owes you nothing for like sometimes I be looking at it like, yo, bro, I gave HBO a script where I drank with my friends for the first hour. We yelled and screamed nigga at each other about studs wearing strap-ons. Then I talked to some niggas about strapping on. Then I rode around in a BMW with my friend with my titties out. And like, they let me do all that. They let me do all that. And they say, here's a check. Here's some money. You know what I mean? So I could like live and eat and make more things. So it's like, does it owe me something past that? Because I'm looking at what they making and what they making and what they making and what they making. And it's like, sure, there's a point that you get as an artist where you get into those type of conversations and you're like, hey, yo, I know I'm bringing this much now. So you're going to have to bring me this much. But you better be able to set the table. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not at that place, it's like you have to have some reason with what this is.
Gotta be realistic.
Gotta be realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, racism is always a factor. I'm never taking that off the table
Yeah.
because it's a factor in America.
Yes.
And these things all exist within this. So you cannot ever separate the two. But I don't think it'd be like inherently evil. No more gay shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't think that's what's going on.
And you know, low key, what is over color, sexuality is that money. Like people, so if something is generating a ton of money,
And-
I doubt a motherfucker be like,
and
oh
it's
no,
still the
'cause
glass
this is black
ceiling.
people, or this
Right,
is no,
yeah.
they don't give a fuck. At
And
the
it's
end of the
still
day.
a glass ceiling, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still, whether, even though I'm in the same, I'm still black, gay, and a woman,
Mhm.
right? Is it easier for a white boy to go run in certain spaces just off of the fact that they're not dealing with those things?
Mhm.
To some degree,
Right,
in some spaces.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's spaces where a white boy might say to you, "Well, but it's easier for you to do this, this, and this because of what you are." You know what I'm saying? So I'm never taking that stuff away because I experience it. I know it to be fact. But it's also because America's like that. Like I look at some of my white homies who are already doing arenas and doing this and doing that and doing that, right? Or Dave or men who are already doing this stuff. And not Dave because he's already built the thing, but guys that are coming up on my level
Yeah.
who have already kind of built that. And I'm like, why is it taking me so long to get right here? Well,
Yeah.
the audience I'm trying to pull.
Mhm.
If I was like a white guy just doing my shit, attracting a white audience was the majority of this country versus I'm a nuance on a nuance on a nuance.
Right.
And you're still thriving.
So it's got,
Like-
you know what I mean? It just,
Yeah.
it's just the reality of what it is. And so it's like that thing takes a little more time to carve out because it exists within this thing.
right.
And that's not racism. It's every ism is at me. And that's why I can kind of
Uh-huh.
let everybody off the hook.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, well, there's black people who don't fuck with me because I'm gay. So I can't say this is all because of a white problem. And sure, there's white people who don't fuck with me because I'm black and gay. So
Yeah.
sure. And then there's women who don't fuck with me because I'm not feminine enough or I'm not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, all of you niggas suck.
Yeah.
So we can't be like
I feel
assessing
you.
it to this person or that
Yeah.
person, you know?
And that's why it's important to just
like
really
the way
be
you broke that
locked
down.
in with yourself
Yeah.
and be focused on yourself because there's no way of pleasing everybody. And as long as we're happy with what we do and we're satisfied, I think that's all that matters because it's very impossible. I'm realizing more and more with like even this
Can't
show in the
please everybody,
comments,
boy.
it's just like people, we think it's black and white and nothing is like right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like people got their opinions and we just got to focus on ourselves.
Yes.
And you're thriving with everything, all the isms you're going against, like you are still doing great. And
Yeah,
breaking
because
barriers.
you can't look at it like I'm going against. It's your life, is your
Yeah.
fucking life. Like
Yeah.
the hand you're dealt is your hand to play.
And I think we're all using what was supposed to be working against us for our benefit.
Oh, absolutely.
Even us with the show, us with throwing events, or as a female gay DJ, like a lot of promoters I felt like I wasn't booked because I was like a stud at a straight party, especially out here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Where they would book like just a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go in this lane and I'm gonna do my thing. So I do think like it's all how we perceive the struggles that are up against us.
It
you know
is.
what I
It's
mean?
perception is most of it, and you have the power
Hell
to
yeah.
like create the things you want to see. That's the beauty of what America is. Hopefully, it stays that way. But what America allows a little bit is like you can create the reality you want to see, and you can try to find a way to your people and your audience and your thing. You know.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay.
Well, I want to get into, we got a segment. All right. Are you ready? It's called We Listen, But Don't Judge. All right. Sam J, you seem so chill, so relaxed. It seems like even though you're a comedian and you put your business out there, there's some shit you ain't put out there. Do you have a story that you could tell us, you know, that we'll listen, but we won't judge, you know?
This ain't something
All right, say something. Okay.
This ain't something I wouldn't tell somebody.
Okay.
I think I tell people I almost died in an ugly bitch's house before, and I shouldn't have been in her house. I was fucking an ugly bitch, and that was not okay. And I almost died in there, and that was probably gonna be one of the worst situations of my life because I didn't want to die in an ugly bitch's house, and then my friends know I was fucking that ugly bitch, and then they won't care about me because I feel like black people are always looking for a reason to not care about you when you die. Like, you know, they're always trying to figure out a way they don't have to feel bad.
Shouldn't have been at the ugly bitch house.
Right. If I died at the ugly bitch house, then they gonna write me off and be like, well, what the fuck was she doing at that ugly bitch house? That's what she deserved. So that I didn't like.
Hold on, but how'd you almost die? That's wild.
That's the meat and the potatoes right there. We need the meat and the potatoes.
Oh, man. This is the thing. If I give you the story, this bitch is gonna know I'm calling her ugly.
Ooh.
I'm weak.
Well, she don't know she ugly?
Oh, man.
Now she don't. Do people
Ain't nothing like a girl that's ugly that don't know she ugly.
I'm a nice person. I don't like doing other people.
Okay. We'll keep you a nice person.
Keep me a nice person.
Yeah, we won't do that.
But I did almost die.
I'm pretty sure the girl know that you almost died at her house too.
Pretty sure.
There's probably several girls who think it's them.
Damn. What you be?
Wait, it ain't.
Well, you know what? I'm happy you ain't die in an ugly person's house. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Like some people when they die like in like weird ways, it do kind of make it not as bad.
It does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever you can do.
Why would you eat that candy right now?
Because I wanted it.
I
Y'all got it right here.
See, when we start the show, we're gonna move the candy because this bitch be doing that. And she was just
I do.
She was in my ear.
This makes
smacking.
it authentic.
It's a mukbang.
This is authentic. I'm gonna move away from the mic a little bit so you won't get so much.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, if you die, I'm gonna stop.
See, look.
I'm gonna put it in my drink. If you die in any way where I feel like specifically black people, because we be having so much shit to deal with and pain, like we be trying to find ways to not feel bad. So any way that you can be written off, being in the wrong neighborhood, being at an ugly bitch house, just anything we deem doing something dumb, like you just didn't have no business doing. If you die like that,
if you were sneaking
the caring
around
about you goes down at least good 20%.
Yeah, it's karma, right? At that point.
20%.
Yeah.
And when I die, I want people to feel that shit. I don't want no, none of that. She shouldn't have been. You know, you die fat. They be like, well.
Yo.
They was always eating shit they wasn't supposed to be eating. You know, people be saying it at your funeral.
They really
Because
do.
you wasn't supposed to be eating all that.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't ever want that. And when I almost died at that ugly bitch house, I was thinking about it like, this ain't it.
You was fighting for your life, literally.
I had to get up out of there because I was like, I can't die here.
I feel that.
I'll die up the block. I'll die 2 blocks away.
That's crazy.
That's better.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, look, we appreciate you, Sanjay. Like, I'm just really thankful that you came because it means a lot to us because, you know, like, you're a big deal for real. I ain't gonna lie. And you seem so humble, very chill.
Very serious.
Like, very
to the
serious.
point where people think I don't like them.
Well, you know, it's just the energy. Well, you're just so chill.
you walk in and you're just like,
got me with these gay bitches. No, but it's not a bit.
Yo, you know what I feel when I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna show you what I feel. This is how I feel.
You gotta back up.
Every time I see y'all, I'm like this.
You're not on camera. Okay.
So every time I see y'all, this is why I feel like it's happening.
yeah. Oh, it's never that.
Hey, bro, what's up, you guys?
What?
That's how I see it.
But then in real life, it'd be like this. Come here. What's up?
Yep. That's exactly how it gets. They get real business.
In my mind, I'm showing hella love.
Damn, you know, I just seen it's crazy because
I'm showing crazy love.
who was it? Oh, Angie Martinez just did an interview. I'm trying to think.
Doja Cat?
No.
I thought I ate.
Yeah, you did. She just did an interview, and it was like we be so in our heads with shit that we think people perceive something. Like we look at them and think we know how they feel, and they might totally feel different. And we'll be in our heads like even that, like maybe she don't fuck
Is
with
she
us.
happy?
Yeah, or even like,
Bro,
let's say
every time.
Let's say like even if you're doing stand up and somebody's like smiling, but not, we might think we doing bad, but they might be going through something, and we be all in our heaad so much, you know, where
Bro,
it's just
every time, like even all pride, I was like showing love.
Thought you was pride
Showing
out.
love. I'm like, and then she
That's
be telling me,
fucking
she be
hilarious.
like, she be like, it's not coming off that way.
That's
Real.
hilarious.
Like I pulled up, y'all bitches ain't pay me. What you mean? This
Bro,
is the
like,
most
for
love ever. Look.
I'm going to that DJ booth. I'm like, what up, man?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
You did go to, you did pull
But it
up.
wasn't that. It wasn't what I saw.
It was respectful. It's just,
It was
Respectful is crazy.
that's how it felt like she being respectful. Like if she don't say what's up.
How do you do? How do you do?
At this point, if you don't say what's up, then it feel like, damn, you don't fuck with me, so you gotta at least act like you
I'm
do.
a how do you do ass nigga, bro.
Hey, I'm glad we got that figured
Yeah.
out. So you do
Fix
be
that.
happy. That's cool.
All right.
I be happy.
That's good to know.
I'm like, what you want to know is crazy. My close friends are like, this is the happiest we've ever seen you.
Damn.
So
Oh,
what
wow.
you're getting right now
Yeah,
Damn.
that's lit.
No, I'm telling you, I've never seen you smile so
is
much.
me
I'm
at the
happy.
highest level that
Yeah.
my good friends are like, you ain't never been this happy. So I
Wow.
don't know what the fuck I was looking like.
That's
That must be that new
hilarious.
girlfriend.
I think so. I mean,
Okay,
they definitely saying that.
hey,
They be saying that's added to the vibes. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I love that.
Sam, before we get you out of here, let people know what's next for you.
I got a show October 23rd at the Earl in Atlanta. I'm writing a book.
on,
Working on this movie.
What's your book about?
Death.
Oh shit. At the fat girl, not the fat girl house. Damn.
See,
Damn,
you
now she
called her
fat
fat.
and ugly?
I never said she was fat.
Damn, made a girl
Where's she
fat.
at?
Oh, that's
and
you.
ugly.
That's
Where's she
you.
fat?
You some fat
She
and ugly
pretty-
go together. You're like, that's an automatic combo.
No, it's not.
That's a
No,
two-piece
no,
and a
no.
biscuit.
No, it's not.
eXeL.
Oh, no.
I
I'm sorry.
said she
I'm
was
sorry.
fat.
That's
I
fucked
think
up.
maybe because you would say if
Yeah,
fat
she
people
was.
die.
She was fat.
She was, wasn't she? I knew it.
Yeah.
All right, this is going down. This is going. All right, about death, though,
Yeah.
seriously?
Yeah, it's about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like dealing with death, coping with death?
Yeah. Just I've dealt with death in a lot of ways. I've seen death a lot. My mother died when I was very young.
Yeah.
My dad died when I was even younger.
Oh, wow.
Lost my cousin and like different people very close to me and like kind of seen every version of it from overdose to suicide to medical. And people very close to me. So it's just like how I process that and then how that helped me process more my own mortality and my own relationship with death. And
Is it going to be a sad book?
I mean, it's not going to be necessarily a happy book, but I think it's going to be like a dope, insightful, witty, funny.
It's
It
so
doesn't-
funny.
Interesting.
No. Is it gonna be a sad
No,
book?
because, all right,
Yeah.
because look, the reason I'm asking is because people struggle with losing somebody, of course,
Yeah.
right? And even myself, but I don't know what to tell other people how to get over it. But I do think there's different ways to perceive it to help you cope. So is your book like kind of in your funny way or witty way helping people like?
I hope so. That's a
word.
part of it. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Word.
very much, again, I'm a hokey ass artist.
Yeah.
So I go in it going, this is a story I'm compelled to tell. This is a thing I'm compelled to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I'll let the pages do what they do. And what happens is what happens. You know what I mean?
That's
So
dope.
what comes out of it is gonna come out of it. But I think, I'm always funny. I'm always witty. That's just who I am. I've laughed during all these deaths. I've had my moments of jokes and laughter and levity and brevity. And so I'm gonna bring all that to the book. And but I am giving it its space to be whatever it is. I'm not beholding myself to anything because I didn't want to go into this and be like, it has to be funny, because then that might limit the story, and if I don't feel funny, I don't want to try to make myself feel funny about something if I don't. So I'm just gonna allow it to be, and see what happens.
And you say you're working on a movie too?
Yeah. I wrote a movie with my friend Gary Richardson that we're putting.
Okay.
That's dope.
It's in a good space, so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
I'm trying to go to your show.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be
Pull
at this
up.
show. Can the girlfriend get us tickets? Can we get meet and greet
Oh,
backstage as well in a black car?
Chris Brown
We want
pictures.
a black car.
We want
and we want Chris Brown pictures.
Hey,
We
I'll
want-
hold your butt.
Oh,
Look.
I
No,
got
so
you.
I definitely want to come. I gotta check the date though, but I definitely want to come. If
I
y'all,
love when niggas be like, I'm coming, but let me see what I'm doing.
no,
oh, you
'cause
gotta
I-
look at the
I
calendar
gotta.
first. Got
Gotta.
to October
Yeah,
23rd.
Thursday.
Oh, a Thursday.
Pull it
that's-
on right now. Now we on the spot with
that
it.
sound real
Y'all been putting me on the
doable.
spot. Thursday, 23rd.
Oh, what time?
7.
Oh, okay, I got something to do at 4. I should be able to make it.
Nah, Thursdays is
should be
cool.
able to
Because
make it by
if
7.
it was like a Friday or Saturday, it might be.
Nah,
a little-
that's a good
But if you're in
Thursday.
ATL, definitely pull up. We'll probably be there. And yeah, thank you. We appreciate you so
You're
much.
welcome. I'm gonna work on
Yes.
showing love. I'm gonna work
No,
out.
you- no,
show
now-
You
more
showing us
outward
more
love.
than enough love.
No, now when I see you, I know in your head
And my
you're
she's
like,
mad love.
eXeL.
No, it's mad love.
Sam happy as fuck right now.
No, it's mad love.
How do you do?
All right, y'all. It's the No Homo Show.
Yes, sir.
Whole lot of gay shit. Whole lot of gay. I like that.
Boss Britt. We certified. And DJ eXeL.